What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Elude Stalwart playing World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth. And today I'm gonna be playing Thorthord, but I'm also going to have the webcam on, but I don't actually see it. Where did it go? Center to screen? Ah, okay. I'm sorting it. It's getting sorted. Give me a moment. Oh, it's locked. That's why. Okay, let's see. Oh, I see. Okay. So I've recently been adjusting my stream settings and stuff, and I see what's going on now. There's a little bit of scaling that's been an issue, and this one here. Ah, okay. I actually have that as well. I don't think I really need that one. Might get rid of it. Yeah, we'll keep that off. Okay, so here I am. Hello. Good morning. I'm still too big though. Let's get in game. I'm gonna start working with this and fixing it. I need to make myself smaller, but then I also gotta mess with my overlay here, so you're not gonna see in real time what I'm accomplishing, but I'll clue you in just a moment. Oh no. Okay. Here we are. Just a boot here. And you can tell I'm concentrating. There we go. Yeah, that's good enough. Here we go. Hey, all right. No, I'm still out a little bit. That's gonna bug me.
Sir, you're in my personal bubble.
What is he talking about? I think that's better. Here, let's try that. Now you should see this top bit right here outside the border go away. Whoa, magic. Okay. Now, we're covering our chat log, and yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Exactly like that. All right, here we go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Elude Stalwart, getting started with the stream here. We last left off priorities. We were trying to get a pickaxe, actually, I think from a mine here. We've also wanted to run some dungeons, so with Mists of Pandaria, you got the option of choosing a faction you want reputation with. Shadowpan's already available, so I'll work my way up with some rep on them, or up with some rep, or up in rep with them. Jeez. I had a little bit of a late start today. Well, later than yesterday. Probably about on time or normal start for today. For our normal schedule. I figured out what our stream settings needed to be, or how to reduce that lag that I was getting before. Oof. Look at the ghost wolf. Why is it like this? I'm not complaining, but I actually like it. It is different though. The ghost wolf is a tangible wolf now. He's not a ghost anymore. Okie doke. Now I'm looking for a pickaxe, and I did a couple rounds inside this cave yesterday looking for it. It's kind of a rare, actually it is a rare spawn, and it's not always here. Online we looked it up on Wowhead. They said it respawns about, well, for the guy that was talking about it, he said it took him about 20 minutes making rounds down here to actually find the pickaxe. And I had the theory with server merging and all that stuff now that maybe it's going to be harder to get the pickaxe because there's almost always other people down here. So we're competing with other people for the spawn in hopes that we're going to see it before they do so we can loot it. And it's not required for the Treasures of Pandaria achievement, but I would like to get it because it's on the list. I am kind of curious as to how much goes into actually locating it, so if anybody else wants to come down here and try to get it, they'll have that opportunity based off of my experience. So I also think that it's a Mog, so like if I do discover it, I can transmog to the appearance at some point if I want. I think it is a two-hander. I don't know if I'll be able to transmog to it as Enhancement Shaman, because I do two one-handers. I don't think I can do a two-hander, but even still, it'll sell for a good amount of gold, and we are trying to get the funds back up since we bought our increased mount speed flying. So that was one circuit. We did one round just now. No sign of the pickaxe yet. We do see other folks down here, and we are in dungeon queue. We're doing a random queue for Mists of Pandaria specifically. So I think it's the Storm Stout Brewery and what's the other one? Temple of the Jade Serpent, I want to say. That we're queued for specifically, but we're actually queued for those randomly, but specifically those two are the ones that our level can actually run at the moment. I don't know if I'm high enough for anything above that. Random mop dungeons. Yeah, Storm Stout Brewery and Temple of the Jade Serpent. We'd probably have better luck getting a faster queue with the Cataclysm dungeons because there's more available. What with Stone Core and Vortex Pinnacle and all that. Actually, did it say Vortex Pinnacle? No, Blackrock Caverns, Throne of the Tides, Stone Core, and yeah, Vortex Pinnacle. So between those, still looking. Yeah, I don't know. There's two other people down here at the moment that I can see. So I don't know if it does spawn, if I'll even be the first one to get to it. We'll do a couple more rounds. We'll give it a chance. But I can't imagine that I'm going to stick around here for very much longer. What we're looking at is just like, it's like a basic looking pickaxe. It's got like a stone handle. It'll be sticking out of some rocks. I think like these type of rock formations, not so much the greenstone miners. But yeah, if it doesn't pop up, let's say by the time this dungeon spawns or before I get bored, then I'm just gonna go quest. It looks kind of like these, but it's bigger than that, and it should be sparkling, like as if I could loot it. Like when these bodies die, I can loot these bodies here. It should be sparkling like that. Try and keep an eye out for it across the room, so if I see it, I can beeline it that way and grab it. I don't see it. I went yesterday and I started updating the stream, and well, the channel and my stream. I put this it was a highlight reel from yesterday's episode, just like a small clip actually. I actually, highlight reel, that's not a bad idea either. I should come up with a highlight reel and put together all my goofy moments, or all the funny moments, or all the epic wins or epic fails at some point. It takes a lot of editing to do it the way I imagine it, but I try to like clip out from the stream with as little as editing as possible. It's like, I guess I could probably start practicing editing. I don't know. Seems like a bit of a time, I don't know. I don't want to say time waster, because I guess any more knowledge I can get in editing would probably help my channel out a bit. But I try to keep it uncut so you can see all of what goes into it. I have this idea that anyone that wants to stream or stream like video games specifically, like anybody that wants to do what I'm doing, I want to make it as easy and approachable as possible, because that, in my mind, like the less of a barrier to entry for other people to get into video creating and content creation on YouTube or Twitch or streaming video games and stuff like that, the better. Because then that opens up, like, you know, the amount of people doing it. And I guess it also, in a sense, eliminates excuses too. Like a lot of people, and I don't know, like I'm assuming this, I'm not sure like if there's been studies that have proven this or anything like that, but like I'd assume that a lot of people would probably be deterred from making videos and stuff like that online if they thought that they had to be up to a certain high standard of quality. And like it's my thought or my idea that they won't even try if they think that what they're doing isn't of a certain quality or of a certain amount of production. Because some of the best YouTubers and content creators and video makers and streamers and all that stuff, like they all have like they have a large enough population that watch their videos, and a big enough audience that they're pretty much established. And that's what most people see, is like the fully established streamer has been doing it for 12 years, and they have like a high level of production and entertainment value that they bring. But even they started somewhere, and they're only able to say 12 years because, you know, 10 of them years were, you know, low quality, poor quality, maybe nails on a chalkboard, cringy, like videos that they made all before, you know, their 11th or 12th year, whenever they hit this pinnacle of fame that turned you on to their channel. I'm thinking of certain big names and people who have been doing it for a while, and you know, even to a certain extent, people who started doing it just recently, not too long ago, within the last couple of years, that maybe are actually putting out really good videos too. Like they started somewhere, and maybe it's like not on their channel right now, but there may be another channel somewhere that they had before that they began making videos and stuff on. But like, I guess my point is like, I don't think it takes much to get started, and you don't have to have very much high quality production and super pro editing skills, and or even like, you know, fancy editing software. There's like these $800 suites where you can go online and you could buy like a packaged product that'll boast like all these certain effects and transitions and, you know, editing quality of life kind of you know, quality of life features, I guess you would call them, that help make that editing process smoother. But then like another barrier you could create, aside from not having access to these type of production software and equipment, is maybe you don't have the best PC, maybe your gaming setup and your rig that you have isn't of the highest quality. Well, I guess kind of my goal with my channel in the past 1,000 and something videos that I've been putting out is demonstrating, like I could talk about it, but like that's anecdotal. Like you can only get so far with what somebody says they're doing and like what they're actually doing. And so much of my channel has been just kind of like a proof of concept of the fact that like I've just been doing. Like I don't really know how to or care to explain like my process and like how I've been making videos, and like and maybe like too, like in my mind at least, like I'm no expert. Like I don't know, like even where I'm at right now, like I've gotten where I am right now after, you know, thousands of videos that are well over 2 hours long for most of them, for a majority of them at least. Um, all of that's trial and error. I mean, for the past week, I've been suffering all kinds of problems with my streaming quality because my broadcaster kept showing me that I was dropping like 10% or even 20% of the frames that I was broadcasting, and that's all like, you know, either due to the ingestion servers or my own PC and my internet connection. Like all these different things play a role and are a factor whenever I'm releasing content, and I still try to release content anyways, and that may make you look at my videos and associate me with like poor quality or low production in the videos that I make. And maybe for a certain type of person, like that turns them off and they don't watch my videos at all. But then, like, there are a few of you who've stuck around. Shout out to Pink Rose, Nader, shout out to Jesse Coons and Sebastian Beverloo and Salty Dead, all you guys that keep watching and have been coming back for like the past year. You guys and myself are the main reason why I still put out videos today. And I don't want y'all to ever think that I'm trying to avoid you or anything like that. And like, even to myself, if I'm watching this back later, like, I don't want you to think that you're not worthy or that you're not good enough, like, because you are. And that's kind of the point of my videos, is like, you don't have to be an expert video creator. You don't have to have like this really well thought out planned script that you read from every single episode with, you know, genius editing skills and stuff to just do it. I mean, I think all that stuff comes in time, and the more you practice it, like, you start, in my case at least, like, I've been trying to hold myself to a higher standard, and each video I make, like whether it's just a live stream episode video or maybe a little clip that I've edited out, is all a step towards the right direction. And it's not like, you know, maybe it doesn't look like a big deal on the channel, and maybe the video doesn't come out exactly the way I'd hoped or wished, but like, it's a step in the right direction. That's all you can do, is take a step in the right direction. Is like, and it doesn't take much to do that. Like, you can do it in small ways, and over time, like, that'll create a snowball effect, and it'll echo later on in the pond of time, and ripple out and create bigger effects, you know, later on. Some philosophy there, some philosophical thought. But all that to say is, you don't need much to start. Like, all you need is a step, and all you need is, like, you know, any old laptop that's running around with any old internet connection. Like, I think YouTube, I want to say, all you actually need to upload to Twitch or YouTube, I know it's true for Twitch, but I'm not sure YouTube, is 0.5 up upload speed. So like 0.5 megabits a second up. That's nothing. Like, even your basic internet, you can have at least that much of an upload speed, and it doesn't cost very much. Like, you can use whatever equipment you have on hand, and it's important to get that out there, because maybe as you grow up and you get a job, or maybe as you like go through life and you get your income tax one year and you got a couple extra $100, you could buy even just like a hand-me-down laptop, or, you know, maybe you can actually get a really nice one off of Amazon or something like that eventually at some point. You're still going to want to have at least, you know, some exposure to what you actually want to do. If video creation and content creation on YouTube or Twitch is what you're actually aiming for, like, the earlier you can get into like just beginning to do that type of stuff, the better off you're going to be in the long run. Because you'll know, once you get like the means and the equipment and the audience and the community and all that stuff like that, like, you'll be more prepared for, you know, that level, I guess I should, like, maybe could say, like, you'll be more prepared for that level of engagement and interaction and content creation and stuff. I honestly, if you ask me, I don't know what I'm doing, and I can't explain to you what I'm doing very well, as you probably noticed so far, but I can try, and I can do, and hopefully in time, and only time can tell, like that can actually prove to be something that's valuable. So yeah, I don't know, like I woke up with this very pensive kind of mood, like I try to think about like the dreams that I have, and I try to think about and analyze like, you know, what the message may be that I'm trying to tell myself, because I think when you're dreaming, you're like telling yourself stuff about your life, and it's hard to remember them. Like when you first wake up, I don't know, like for the first couple hours this morning, I was talking to my wife about this dream that I had, and like I don't know, in any conversation that's like really meaningful, you'll find like all these rabbit trails when you're talking to somebody of ideas or information that you can kind of go off on and get lost in. So like really what started out as me telling her my dream branched off into like this idea that I have about the way I see the world. I try to like express or flesh out that, you know, idea or opinion that I have about the world, and that branched off into like 2 or 3 other, you know, subjects. And I think you can tell when you're having a meaningful conversation, because it almost always happens, is you there's way more than you're able or willing to articulate hidden in those type of conversations and stuff. It's like, I don't know, sometimes you have these aha moments whenever you're fleshing out your thoughts, where you've like bridged a gap that you've never acknowledged or realized before. And yeah, so all this stuff's been on my mind. A lot of the things that I'll be talking to her about, or that I talk to anybody about in my normal everyday life, like if I'm talking to like my brother or my wife or people close to me about certain ideas or subjects, I often find that there's not enough time in the day or even enough energy or effort on my part or maybe theirs to even fully flesh out that thought. So, and I think that's a clue that you're talking about something that matters. Is like you never run out of, you know, information that you're trying to get across. Like you can sit there like, I don't know, for a long time until you realize you're rambling. Like for me, like I realize sometimes whenever I'm talking to people that I'm beginning to ramble, and they're trying to move on to their day to the next thing. And what's cool about YouTube, what I really love, and what I like, I guess what I'm getting at is like the point of the channel is like I like to start incorporating stuff like that, and maybe that's a podcast, or maybe that's just me playing WoW and rambling about life. Like I don't know exactly what that is yet, but I know it's gonna live somewhere on the channel, or it's gonna have something to do with Elude Stalwart as a name or a character or a brand or whatever you call it. And like, you know, all these thoughts and these ideas, I describe them as like they're like clouds, and they're like dreams in a sense. Like you can't ever really capture it and like bring it down to your reality, because it's always going to slip through. But you can get close, and you can still get a vague idea across, and maybe over time it becomes fleshed out more and more. But at least for the time being, like if you can't talk about it or you can't describe it, just do it in some way. And I think that there are very easy ways you can take steps in your everyday towards these things that you want to accomplish, or these ideas that you have. Like you can flesh these out in many different small ways, manageable ways. Like it doesn't have to be some huge arduous task that you put aside like a block of your time for, that you never actually get around to because you know how time consuming it's going to be. And you know, that could be anything, whether it's like, you know, vehicle maintenance and like a repair you need to make to that, or like something at your house that's broken that you need to get around to fixing one day eventually. Maybe even at work, like an opportunity that you have that maybe you want to try to become involved with, or take care of. Like there's some small way you can contribute to that cause, and it's right there in front of your nose. I heard something that was like your nose is 10% of your field of view in your vision your whole life. And a lot of people don't even see the nose right there in front of their face. I'm going cross-eyed just to show you. A lot of people don't even see that it's right there in front of them. Like it's crazy how easily our mind edits the information we receive. from our eyeballs or our thoughts. So yeah, there's some small way, and you may be overlooking it. Maybe you just need to pay a little closer attention. And for me, a lot of it started with like just asking myself some of these questions that I've never actually asked myself, or like thinking about things that I haven't really thought of in a different way. And a lot of it too, I think, is finding other people who have either done it, that have been there and done it in some way, or finding other people who are experts in that field. Because you learn something, even if they don't know everything, even if they're wrong half of the time. I think everybody has something that they can share with you that'll at least like glean some sort of useful information to you that you'll be able to move on with. And maybe you don't get it right now, but you get this information from this person, and maybe 3 or 4 weeks from now something happens, and then that just clicks into place in the right way. Or maybe you just hear the same thing over and over, and then maybe the 57th time you heard it is that one time that it actually clicks because you're in the right place or at the right time with the right stuff going on. So like, yeah, I don't know, like I think about stuff like this a lot and all the time, and like I'm always trying to feed my mind something new every day, and I'm always trying to like look for experts in the field of something that I'm curious about. Like I don't know anything about physics, but I'll listen to a physicist like do a lecture or something if I'm curious about the topic. And that's kind of what's really cool about YouTube that I really love, is like it's kind of like a hobby trainer or something. Like I don't even know how to describe it, but like if you got an idea, a thought, or interest, and you look up a relevant video on YouTube, like you always have the what's next recommended list right there. And sometimes you can just autoplay and just travel deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole of these thoughts and ideas. And sometimes you get into some stuff that's just like, wow, this is like really crazy type of stuff that, you know, like I don't know. You can easily walk into the realm of pseudoscience, especially if you're looking at anything scientific or technological. And even philosophical, metaphysical, and all that stuff. I'm sure everybody, if you spend any time on the internet, like I'm sure at some point you came across these kind of like really crazy thoughts and ideas. But usually whenever I start treading in that territory, I reel it in a little bit, and maybe I don't come back to that subject for a while until I fleshed out some other thoughts and ideas. But you know, all in time, like over time, type of stuff. Let's get back into WoW, okay? Because I think I've rambled enough. I've been on this track even a few hours before I started the stream. Somehow it ended up in me telling Jeanette, my wife, about the inverted flight thing that I was doing yesterday, which gave me an idea to make that video. Hey, come on now. Cry. How could you? Exploded me. I'm gonna try and get all these. There we go. Well done. Alright, let's move on. Alright, we're gonna try to actually be useful this run if we can. These are all party animals. I love this dungeon, Storm Stout Brewery. Hosen party animals. I think it's cool about WoW is like they integrate a lot of stuff from mythology and pop culture, and it's kind of fun because it's like a lot of this type of stuff is nostalgic for me, because I remember back in the day, like whenever I was running this before. It's interesting to see like the narrative in the game and the parallel it draws to like what was going on in the world around that time. WoW was really good at that. I'm gonna ook you in the duker. I think too, like sometimes whenever they make these bosses and these characters in the lore, that maybe they're making, maybe the designer or the development team's making reference to something or someone that they know in real life. Because I know if I had a game, if I started creating a game, I'd probably have all kinds of Easter eggs and nuggets like that. I'm trying to think of a really good example of something like that they've done. What would be a good one? I was thinking Garrosh Hellscream probably represented somebody in real life at the time. Maybe someone in pop culture, I'm not sure. But even Sylvanas, like right now, maybe Sylvanas represents the subconscious of women in society in some way. Like, this is the type of stuff that I wonder. Like, I'm sure, like, maybe she's based off of a character in a book or something like that, but, like, all this stuff drives back to, like, mythology in some way. Mythology is just, like, a representation of, like, societal ideas or truths that have been consistent through time. There we go. It's been waiting for that rabbit to explode so I can get by. But yeah, I'm very, very much interested and curious to explore, like, deep thought and ideas in some sort of format on YouTube or on a podcast or something like that. So if you know anybody else that's interested in the same type of stuff, maybe my rant and rambling reminds you of somebody in your normal day or your real life, point them in my direction and see if I can get pointed in theirs, and maybe we can try to get something going, maybe. Because I think there's something to the idea of long format discussion that I think could be pretty useful nowadays. If not to you or yours, somebody in theirs. There's something for everybody out there, right? I try to think too, is like, how often in your normal everyday do you have, or do most people have, time for like long thought and discussion, exploration? I know me, like, a lot of the times growing up, it was right before I went to bed that my mind started wandering to all these different places where I just start like exploring thoughts and ideas, and for me that stuff's fascinating. It's intriguing. Like, I really love hearing somebody passionate about something talk about stuff too. Like, I always tell somebody, like, get a hobby and that'll teach you things, like whatever the hobby is. Like, I think even playing World of Warcraft, like, you do that long enough, you're going to learn certain truths of life that you translate into different practices in your everyday life. And if you want to know what a hobby is, and if you're trying to find out what that thing is for you, look at Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about science. It's like that is his passion. Whenever someone's passionate about something, it's like infectious. It's like it gets inside you, like, and there's something about it you can't. It's like watching a train wreck. Like, you can't pull your eyes away. Like, you're forced to stare at it, and oftentimes I find that the most interesting stuff is like looking at somebody passionate about something, do what they love. And I think we need more of that. Like, I can't stand going to like the store or going out like and doing something in the world and seeing somebody trapped like in a job that they can't stand or around people that they hate, and like just kind of like, you know, coasting through life without ever asking questions or trying to do anything. I don't know. That's a touchy subject for me. I get irritated. So I'm trying to master the ego. I'm trying really hard to, you know, I don't know. I try not to judge people because I don't know like their life story or the path that they're on or anything, and what may look like something to me could be something completely different to another person. So I try not to put too much emphasis on judging people, and I try to abstain from doing that myself. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with any of this. I'm actually just trying to get through this dungeon without being too wasted. Oh, the bloat. Oh, I have it. Okay. So the thing about the bloat here is from the left and the right, you spray, like this guy is over here, the priest. If anyone's standing to the left or the right of you while you're doing that, you punt them back. So in this dungeon specifically, you want to make sure that you don't stand where someone's next to you. Run, 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 run. We like to LOS these because if you can stand behind this pillar, they'll all group up coming to get you. And I can stun them. And then here's some big AoEs. Yeah, buddy. I love that pull. And you can do it with this next group as well. Like, anytime there's 2 or more, I try to cluster them as close as possible. But yeah, most people, they go out like these guys for this one even. So yeah, there's 4 of them here. I guess you kind of have to because these guys will do stuff around themselves that'll trap you over there. So maybe you want them in a big area so you can move around more. So all this stuff I'm standing in, I'm not supposed to stand in that. Oh, and you know, since I fixed my streaming quality, I can turn my graphics up a little now. So I can see these effects a little clearly. A little more clearly at least. Excuse me. Okay, particle density. Good. Here we go. May take a little bit of an FPS hit. So this guy, he has Bloating Brew, Yeasty Minions, and Walls of Sud. So if I remember correctly, it's if you bloat, don't cleave the people next to you. But then also focus down these guys. These are the ads. The Yeasty Brew Elementals. Jump that one. Oh, yes. I didn't think I made it that second jump. I think I actually got over right there. I'm gonna take this guy down. Don't punt me, bro. Alright, cool. If I stand just behind him like that, I don't cleave him and he doesn't cleave me. But if either one of us turn... Here, let me see if I can sprint past this. I don't think I... Jump, 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 jump. Ooh! I thought for sure I was going to hit by that second wall again. Or get hit by that second wall, rather. Yeah, buddy. Feels good. Thank you. May your generosity... Oh, the quests! The quests! Alright, that's fine. Because if we re-queue, then we'll end up in that same dungeon again. And we can turn it in at the beginning this time. I don't mind rerunning it more than once. And I don't think I'm going to see this pickaxe, so I'm probably just going to make my way out of this cave. I'll do one more loop. This is the reason why I can't be a hunter. Because if I know that there's something that can spawn, I'll sit there and continue to like look and wait in that area for it to spawn. And I think that that's definitely a rabbit hole away from success. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's a fool's errand to wait and search for those things. If I really need it, I can come back for it. And this is just for the gold. Like, it's really just for the gold. Like, that's all I'm trying to get it for. Really, also for the achieve as well, I guess. But I don't even think it's associated with the achievement. It's just an extra freebie or one-off. And even if it was for the Mog, I'm pretty sure I do have the transmog for a two-handed pickaxe. I'm almost positive, actually. I got a one-handed pickaxe, but then I also have a two-handed pickaxe in my collections. So, I don't know. Maybe all this stuff that I'm getting from killing these will be worth it. I know I'm getting XP at least, right? Yeah, almost like 700 XP for the big ones and 200 apiece for the small ones. That's not bad. I mean, still getting XP and the trash that they're dropping, so I'll get gold from this as well. I think it's more productive to do quests though. I would imagine it'd be in this area. This is like one of the main areas I'd want to check for it. I'm gonna die. Don't die. If I die, then this is really not worth it. Hey, don't forget to eat your food, boy. I made you that oatmeal there. It should be cooled down by now. Oh no! It's a night elf mohawk. I am not gonna defeat this guy. Go, 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 go. GTFO. Run, motherfucker, run. Just stun and run. That's all you gotta do is just stun and run. Alright, I'm moving on out of this cave. Especially now that there's almost a level 90 priest in there. We saw what happens when I go against the priest yesterday. They were 73 and I was 80 and I still couldn't take them down. Well, as a group effort, as a team, I was able to. Alright, so this macro and toolkit. Macro toolkit. This is a really awesome add-on I found. We're gonna get rid of the axe, the jade forest, chest, teapot, Pandaren coin, ritual stone, hammer of folly. There must be another one. Jade forest, Pandaren mining pick. This is what I was going for. Anybody curious about that is 4629 in the jade forest, which is the mine area here. Alright, we'll save that one and exit. Let's remove all waypoints and replot. Okay, cool. Now we'll go get the lucky Pandaren coin. Now the idea here that I'm doing is just exploration and treasure collecting at the moment. I'll bet you this quest chain leads to that. So before I quest at all, I'm just gonna explore and get all these treasures. So that'll help me make back the, what was it, 4,000 gold that I lost whenever I picked up flying. This is a really good ring. A ring of flowing water. My enhancement pond scale rates it as a 4.9, which is a 48% upgrade from my second best one here. Nice. I wonder why it's that color. Oh, I was looking for a mailbox as well because I think I've had some auctions sell. And I am tracking mailboxes. Yes. I like to track innkeepers as well. Usually if you find a mailbox, you're not too far from an inn though. There we go. And vice versa. So we're up to 500 gold now. We had 4,000. We spent, as soon as we hit 4,000, we got faster flying. Because that's just more XP faster, and you can make your money back quicker as well. Mail, this is level 84. And it is a 14% upgrade, so I'll hold on to those. These are plate. I'm just going to vendor those. Conjured mana cakes? How? Did they drop? Did the mage drop that last run? Did that happen, or do these not expire when you log out anymore? I don't remember picking up anything that last run though.
Next one is on me.
That's interesting. I ain't complaining though. Alright, we'll get the coin and then we'll move on into the next zone. I kind of had the idea I was going to do exploration as well. But I'm sure as I quest through these zones that I'll get the exploration as well. I think I've already gotten the achievement for the Explorer tabard. I forget what it is, what the name of it is. Tabard of the Explorer or something like that. Right here. There it is. Please don't kill me. I just want treasure. Got him. Ah, he killed me. Fly away! I had to make him mad. I love that. Just reincarnating. Fly away! Right next to him. He turned around and he wasn't quick enough though. I was almost sure he was gonna death grip me. I love flying. I love it so much. I bet you he doesn't even have fast flying like I do. Right up here. He might be headed in this direction, so I gotta be careful. We get topped off. Is it here? Yes, it is. The Pandaren Ritual Stone. Okay, so that was the teapot, the coin, and the ritual stone. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Toolkit. Teapot, coin, ritual stone. These three. Ah, no. These three. Save. Exit. We'll remove all these waypoints and remap. Minus those. This was like 1,400 yards. I think I'm gonna go to the Valley of the Four Winds next. So I'll hit this. This is just southwest of Gruken Hill. The chest optional 11 gold here, which is just, I imagine, an optional chest that's not required for the achievement. That still yields 11 gold. So, oh, this one's actually in the what is this area called? The Secret Area? Somewhere right here. It's a chest, right? Okay. No, it's right this way. Yeah, I think that's it right there. Yeah, it is. Chest of supplies. And that was 9 gold, 3 silver. I like to look at what's going on in these areas. It looks like this guy was on a boat. He's getting drunk and eating fish, apparently. And crashed here. He's digging for... No, those are ore. 2 ores. Yeah, he was like a beer guy? Maybe he fell off of the mountain, broke his leg or something, and then drank himself. No, his leg's not broken. What kind of skeleton is that? Look at the hands. That's weird. Alright. What's the next one? We just got that one. We'll move along. That was chest optional, right?
Maybe they were in the water and they were swimming, but they couldn't swim because of the current, and then they tried to get up on land and they got down.
Maybe. But he drank like 4 bottles of beer and ate 3 fish there too, so that took a while for him to do that. Fortune of Pandaria. Fortune smiles. Alright, that was the Hammer of Folly. Hammer of Folly. There it is. Right here. Do. I'm sure by now I could add those 3 lines of text I was missing before. I gotta find out where it is now though. Here. I think it was Treasures of Pandaria. I believe. Okay, so let's do it this way. Also, I need to do something else as I think about it here. Center to screen here. Cool. And this should also be centered to screen. There. Okay. Sorry about that. Just had to do something. Now, where the Exploration Riches Guide or Exploration Guide Riches of Pandaria. Down in these comments here, these are all those waypoints. It looks like a lot, it really isn't. It's these, the Taolong Steps, I think from the ship's chest. No, I got the ship chest. I got the Offering of Remembrance. I have Encased Moth as well. It's just these 3. I needed to add these 3 from yesterday, if I remember correctly. So here we go. Let's fade that back. All right, now toolkit. We'll add those 3 lines after Encased Moth. Yeah, okay, good. And save, exit, we'll remove all these waypoints and reestablish. Alright, cool. Alright, we're going to the valley. Actually, seems inefficient to follow their path. The path that they're trying to get me to go on here. Maybe it is the quickest way though. I don't know if it routes the quickest way. Because it looks like from Taolong Steps down to here, I'm already closest to here. I'm just going to grab these. Looks like that would be a bit of a stretch there though. I think the reason why it shows it that way kind of inefficiently is it may just take the coordinates as I paste them in order. Instead of like, you know, routing from one point to the next the most efficient way, it just slaps them all on in the order that I post them. And that's how that guy posted them. Maybe it may be beneficial for me or somebody to go on Wowhead and rearrange those in a more efficient order. Alright, what am I looking for here? Alright, let me get away. Vermin Treasure. Oh, right. I think I remember this one. I gotta go in the cave. Yeah, up here. Oh, it's a bad guy. He's gonna come for the... Please don't come for my booty. He's like, swiggity swooty, coming for that booty. Please don't come after me. I feel like the treasure would be here. Alright, guys. I CC'd one of them. Actually, I'm going to let him deal with those, and I'm going to just come beat up this one. No, don't heal. You piece of work, you. Come closer. Stun them all. How we doing? 4 seconds left on Hex. Yeah, but he's still got a while. We're good. can't interrupt if I'm my wind shear is on cooldown. Yeah, we got this. We're good. Oh, they killed it. Just in time, too. Here comes this guy. Let's lunge at him as soon as he comes out. One. Rah! Interrupt ya. Actually, I should have saved interrupt for his healing wave. He died fast enough. Okay, I thought that the vermin treasure would be there, but that looks like human treasure. Maybe the vermin treasure is somewhere else. We'll go out and around here. There it is, I see it. The Sarok Stone Tablet. Why, thank you. And oh, also, you see that? 38,000 XP. That's another reason why I'm doing this. So, for the gold, the achievement, exploration XP, and the XP you get when you discover those treasures, makes it really kind of worth it. I've almost did this entire level with one dungeon, actually. Maybe two. Maybe two. But I've almost done them all exclusively just via the searching for the treasures. Okay, so that's the Sarok Stone Tablet. Let's get rid of that out of the macro toolkit. The macro toolkit. Vermin treasure. Oh, wait. Vermin treasure and Sarok Stone Tablet are different things. So that one was Karasang Wilds. Save. So where did I get vermin treasure from? That's this over here. Oh, that's the next objective. All right, let me remove these. Reroute. Priorities. What's happening? Remove. There we go. And yeah, okay. I think the next one would be the vermin treasure. That's the one I was heading for just a moment ago.
I got first place.
I heard. Are you Yoshi? Was that you?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I could hear him.
Yoshi.
Good job, sir. What was that other game you were playing earlier?
Spider-Man?
Oh, Spider-Man?
It's a demo version.
Ah, I see. The Sailithus Warband, the ruthless Syric roam around stealing treasure, harassing island, the most infamous of these.
The last race, I got second place.
Oh, really? That's still good. Sometimes you can win the championship by even getting second or third place in a few of those. I think these Sailithus Warbands here, I think this is a PvP objective. When you get war mode, I think you get these extra enemies that you can encounter in zones. I think usually it requires you to group up with other people, and then you could go and kind of raid those guys. Ooh, I don't know. Those guys are elite. I think the vermin treasure, maybe it's in this. Oh. Scary. I want to say it's in here, but I don't know if I'm high enough level. Yeah, okay, I am. Skigit. Here it is. Vermin treasure. Why, thank you. Hey, ding. Alright, so Shadowpan Monastery and Mushogun Palace are now available. It's been 20 minutes in the queue. Look at this. They got takeout. See, even they get Chinese takeout. So that was a ding. I don't think we have... Yeah, we've gotten every ability that we can so far. I don't think we get any more moves in this spec. That's it. Oh yeah, maybe they rank up as we get higher level. And our talents, we don't get another talent till level 90, so we're pretty much where we are. Ain't that the truth though, right? We're always right there where we are. Here we go. /M. That was vermin treasure. We'll get rid of that one. Save it. Close it. Remove. Replot. And I'm thinking maybe I'll do the Talong step ones off this way. Encase Moth to Fragment of Dread off to the east after that, and then finish in Kunlai Summit and begin questing in Kunlai. Since I'm 82 now, I'll be like of level to begin that zone. I wonder if my queue's updated with my level, or if I need to requeue. It should have dynamically updated though. Dread Wastes. Somebody told me this was their favorite zone. I forget who. It was like Nader or... Yeah, I don't remember who it was. But one day, somebody in the stream was telling me that was their favorite zone. I was like, really? I tend to err on the way of like the brighter the zone, the more I enjoy it. Like Valley of the Four Winds, for example, is like would be one of my favorites. Even Kunlai Summit, somewhat. Here's the Amber Encased Moth. Yeah. So these guys are still scaling to my level, even though I'm like severely under level for the zone, or I would be normally. Alright, now I'm just going to head off to the western one here and start working my way east from there. And the one we're looking for here is a Fragment of Dread. It's just to the west of the Siege of the Neozao Temple. It looks like it's in a cave, so it's just going to be a matter of getting to that cave. The Discovery XP has went down a little bit. 1260 experience now. It was like 2000 back in the Jade Forest, if I remember correctly. So here's the temple. The cave should just be out on the side of this cliff. Oh, and yeah, and that bridge right there is where you fight the last boss of the very same dungeon. The one that sprints up and down the path. You got to get across and interrupt him. I think, yeah, here's the cave. There's a rare here. Oh, this guy's so hard. Yeah, he's 85. I don't know if I'd be able to kill him, because he's already hard as it is. I'll give him a try after this. Alright, so we're looking for a Fragment of Dread. Oh, these things, they'll make me scared. Yep. They make it seem like you're about to die. It's a fear thing. They play on your fears. They use your worst fears against you. I don't know if the Fragment of Dread's over here. I think it is. It's in one of these prongs. Here it is. I've done this before if you haven't noticed. Alright, y'all want some? That really surprised me, and I remember the first time I saw that, whenever it was like your fear of dying was starting to take over. Like, I remember thinking, oh shit, what did they do to me? I think it's kind of cool how they do that. Alright, we're going to get out of this cave. And we're going to try to We're gonna try to defeat this dude over here. He's hard though, like, and he's higher level too, so he's gonna really whoop my butt. But I got all kinds of cooldowns, so maybe I'll be able to at least run away if he ends up being too much. But another thing aside from, and I may even actually plot those. I think after I get done with these treasures, I may even plot where all these rares are, and go through defeating them because they got pretty good rewards. Alright, I'm gonna start out this way. I'm just gonna open with heroism because I know it's gonna be a rough experience. Come on, take him down, Ellie. Spinning crane kick, get away from that. Healing mist, don't let him. I'm gonna try to stun him. I'm getting the static cling buff from being next to him. Get away from that. He's not actually doing the spinning crane kick. I may be good. Ellie's still doing good too. Oh yeah, this is way better than. He didn't get it off. I wonder how he's not able to do that now. Maybe a bug. A worthy opponent. And then we got a neck. It's a level 83 neck. Not better than the one we have on, but a strength neck nonetheless. Like if I was a strength class rather, that would be pretty good for me. Alright, so let me update this so I don't get confused. We've received the Fragment of Dread and what else was it? Amber Encased Moth. Okay, so here's the Amber Encased Moth.
What's up? It's Carspry Jack.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Carspry Jackwill and a loose Stalwart back with another episode. Be sure to smash, slice, or punch that like button and hit the notification bell so you can know whenever I'm putting out my awesome videos.
Oh yeah, also, it's gonna take a long time for me to complete this series, but I'm making a Transformer series again.
You're making another Transformer series?
Yeah.
That's cool. And we got that camera you could use too. Are you gonna try to do it like stop animation, like those Lego ones you were showing me?
No, not much, but
More like live action. My dungeon's ready. Oh, no it's not.
but
It was, but it's not.
I will kind of do stop motion for transformation. 'Cause that's what I've done.
That's nice. Kind of live action and stop animation hybrid. Like both at the same time. What am I looking for here? Move all. I'm looking for the terracotta head. Search the ruins? Is that what this is? So what's considered the ruins? Just all this?
I got a mushroom cup on Mario Kart 7.
What is that? Oh, is that for the mushroom circuit?
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
I got a mushroom cup.
Yeah, I used to play that on Nintendo 64. Get off me. I think in here is what they mean. Search the ruins. This is the underbow. for underbow. Oh, these are big. Okay. Maybe the next one over. Okay, okay. All right then. Ah. Oh, too many. I can't fly. I can ghost wolf though. Oh man, I don't know how am I gonna get up there. Hopefully this path leads me. Yeah, it looks like it will. Okay. I love being able to ghost wolf while I'm dead. The demon hunters are similar to this as well. They can do their double jump and their glide while they're dead. I don't know if any other classes have that, if they have that ability. The wisps from the night elves, kind of, but not really the same or as cool. Ah, damn it. Oh, there's so many. Why are there so many? Alright, I'm gonna have to drop this guy. I think what it is one of them's doing like a flurry. Yeah, slice to the bone. I can't stand in front of that. Slice to the bone. It happens so fast and he still faces me, so I can't avoid it. They're getting attack speed increases too. Man, that's rough. It says search the ruins over here. Oh, did you see that? Something was sparkly? Oh, that's this. This is different. I'm a shaman. This is I had it set up for my monk. Let's go down to the S's. Shaman. Shadow. Shaman. Earthquake, earth living, elemental, ice, lava. Shaman healing, shaman lightning bolt, shaman lightning precast, lightning call. This one. That fits more, and I won't think that it's loot over there. Search the ruins, eh? Are these the ruins? I'm looking for a terracotta head, or however you pronounce it. Maybe over this way.
I'm still on the track.
I don't really see anything that resembles like ruins around here. I mean, even like I went into that one door like over here, but that didn't really, in my mind, it didn't really resemble what I would call ruins. Crevice. Let me go on the main one. This is probably suicide. Yeah, it's not. I don't know. Alright, come on. Bring it. Come at me. Here they come. Oh. This is the guy. The bone slicers. You can't pull more than one of these dudes. Yeah, slice to the bones like 200, 200, 200. Mount, hurry, go! Dang! Yep. All you can do whenever they have a protected cast bar like that, when they have the cast bar with the shield. Oh, come on. All you can do is stun them. And all that does, I think, is just delay the damage. Because I don't think it puts that ability on cooldown. Or maybe it does. Maybe it goes on cooldown the moment they use it. But that's the only way I know to avoid the damage that you would take from those. Dread Talker. Well, these are all elite. Dread Talker Plateau. The ruins. This is the ruins. I'm gonna look it up because I don't actually know what it means by that. So we'll pull out our handy dandy web browser, and we'll look up specifically for the, what is this? The Vermin Treasure? Terracotta Head. That's right. The Terracotta Head. Terracotta Head. Search ruins. Maybe we could just pull up images? No. Let's see what Wowhead says. Oh, it's that kind of head. The Moshogun looking head. Comments. Located inside the object container terracotta head, which may be found at coordinates 5973. He says 59473. 5973. Is that right? In Kunlai Summit. No. I'm looking for sap of crevasse around tree. The only reason why I thought terracotta head is because it's on the arrow. So what I'm actually looking for is sap of crevasse somewhere around tree. So it should be somewhere. This is the tree, right? Or maybe it's this tree. It's not that tree. Okay, so somewhere around this tree is the sap. Somewhere.
She took it.
Somewhere around tree. We're looking for sap. I'm looking in the grass. Maybe I should be looking on the tree. And also, a thing to keep in mind is I don't think they expected you to have flying, so it's probably nowhere up in the sky. Grassland hopper. Yeah, because you didn't get flying until you actually hit level 80 and then like unlocked it back then, so it would be on the ground, accessible somewhere to a ground mount person. I wanted to say it would be right here. Flowers, little bush. This tree maybe? Sap. We're looking for sap. Where is this? Maybe this tree?
Of course I did.
Keep coming back to this bush. And it's not terracotta head, it's... Okay, let's look at the sap. I just realized you couldn't see anything that I was doing. Got a dungeon pop. Where is it? In case sap of crevasse. Here it is. Search Google. Sap of crevasse. Images. Ah, okay.
You did it, right?
Alright, we're gonna join this dungeon. Join it! Almost didn't make it. Alright, we'll go back to the game. Looks like Temple of the Jade Serpent. This will be a nice little break. We'll come back to that with fresh eyes. Oh wow, they're already talking a lot. Let's get these
What
quests.
do you need?
So we're working with a prot warrior. Looks like a priest, druid. Got a night elf druid. This is a human warrior, a worgen rogue, and a dwarf mage. I see that a lot. Gulliver, our mage here, says he hasn't done this dungeon in years, and I think that's so cool. Like with, I guess, the new expansion, it's brought a lot of the older community back. And some of the people that haven't played this game in a while are starting to return to the game. And they're seeing a lot of these dungeons for the first time again. Like back in Steam Vaults, that was one of them. So that even tells me like they were probably gone when time walking got implemented, and that sent us back to do these. And I think time walking's been around since Pandaria. Has it been around since Panda? I don't know if it's been around since Mop. As soon as his bubble pops, I'm gonna pop Lust. Just to get it on cooldown. We may be able to get it one more time before we get to the last boss.
That was a close one. That was close, right? That was nothing. That was
What are they talking about? He said, haven't even had coffee. I just had a cup. Who came up with Cup of Joe? I want him dead. Is your name Joe? No. How do you ignite water? You don't. But I just did. Yeah, whatever. I still love you. Just because we had a disagreement doesn't mean I don't love you anymore. Me too, thanks. So the druid and the major, they have this banter going back and forth. I guess the mage cast ignite on the water. He's like, how do you even ignite water? The druid's like, you don't. Like, can't ignite water. But the mage is like, I clearly did. He's like, yeah, whatever. The warrior was having problems with threat there for a minute. I'm trying to make sure he pulls before I do anything. Oh, sleeping. I probably could have Tremor Totemed. I wish Tremor Totem didn't go on cooldown whenever you... It used to be, at least I thought for a while, you could Tremor Totem whenever one of those effects took hold. Like, if you get feared or silenced or anything like that, I thought the way it used to work was after you got feared or silenced, you could drop the Tremor Totem to break it. But they've turned it back to you have to precast it, so you have to already know that it's coming in order to drop it in the situation where it would be useful. So you're really kind of taking a gamble or a risk just by dropping it to begin with. Of course, otherwise it doesn't get used, so maybe it's worth, you know, potentially wasting it to drop it if you think something might happen. But I don't think I would have known that that crane was going to whistle like that and sleep us, because I don't ever remember it happening before.
Long ago, there were 5 suns that burned brightly in the sky. When the winds blew, their
Nice.
intense heat caused great
You're doing the mushroom cup?
crops.
Is it a different one?
Villages burned, and families wandered endlessly to seek refuge from
Wait, there are other things you can fight here?
I can allow this no longer.
fires. They are burning the library. These heroes purge this evil before the temple crumbles to ash.
I don't know why my camera keeps getting offset.
The blistering heat must have dulled my senses. Mirages, all of you.
South has become corrupted too? Please.
Just a little distracted, sir. Just give me a moment. I'll be out of this dungeon in like maybe 5 or 10 minutes, if that. Is there something that can't wait? What are you trying to do? Oh. Oh, you did the flower cut? The fire flower? Nice.
Champion of our people. How sad it is to see his story tainted by you. Have my thanks, heroes. You have given peace to this sacred temple. Now, off with you. I require meditation.
Now, off with you. I require meditation. The tank's name is Chick-fil-A. It's a human warrior tank. Chick-fil-A. The Worgen Rogue is named Worgen Rogue.
damn straight.
Damn straight. I told the rogue, nice name, Worgen Rogue. Because his name is Worgen Rogue and he's a Worgen Rogue. I told him about my Void Monk named Void Monk. It's like, yeah, I did the same thing. I named my Void Monk Void Monk.
Your forces are weak.
3 minutes. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna have a lust up for the last boss. It may come up halfway through the last boss fight. We'll see.
Jade Serpent, grant me strength. The cycle must continue. The Jade Serpent must be reborn. The haze has been lifted from my eyes.
I can't attack that.
Forgive me for
Oh,
doubting.
27% upgrade. That's not bad at all. Replace our second best ring with that. Warrior's having some issues keeping thread, I think. Alright, we got lust up for the boss. I think the mage can time warp too. Probably should have popped it after this next phase, but maybe we can beat him before the phase starts. Got some pretty good deeps in the group. Oh, here comes our souls being split. I was just kind of thinking, what's interesting about them doing storyline based off of mythology is mythology is something that's always true. Like, for example, we have the Shaw of Doubt here. Like, doubt is an idea, is eternal, is like the Greek gods themselves. Like, it's something that exists long before and after people are here and gone. So it's always applicable. So you can run these time walking dungeons and face these enemies that are, you know, still relevant in some way.
Oh, hello,
I think that's
Zan.
kind of interesting.
It's good of you to visit old Anti-Storm Stout.
Anti-Storm Stout.
I am Ted Storm.
Oh, Zan, you remind me so much of your father.
Tell me, what has happened here?
Ooh, boots.
It
Nice.
is certainly a nice day outside.
He's drowning. Aquatic illusion controlled by a water sprite? Oh, I guess that's why he's attacking us. Controlled by a fire sprite. I'm out of range. Tank sure is moving a lot. I guess they're hurting him? I'm out of range. I think I could take those guys. I think if you don't get them soon, their health resets. Just assist the tank to attack what he's attacking, so we try to pull as little threat as possible. He needs a little bit of extra help, I think, maintaining threat, so usually attacking what he's attacking, he's got enough of an established amount of threat on the target he's attacking that there's less of a chance that you'll pull aggro. So I do that really quickly by hitting F to see who they're targeting, and then F again to target what they're targeting. So you'll often see if we got an AoE pull, I'll right click any target that I want, and before I have threat I'll hit F, and the tank will have the target targeted that he has the most threat on. So F is your assist button. So in a big pull I'll click a target, assist them, and then assist who they're attacking. Or assist them to kill who they're attacking. All that to say I hit F twice after an AoE pull. And normally I don't have to do that. Or it used to be I didn't have to do that. But I guess whenever BFA came out with the pre-patch, or when BFA came out as a beta, they started doing these things like changing the global cooldown to where more moves are on the global cooldown, so you can't like one button macro all of your hardest hitting abilities together. And why are we time warped? Well, that sucks. Somehow we got time warped. Or somehow we got time warp cooldown and I didn't even realize what. Congratulations, sir. Yeah, I didn't realize the mage time warp. I wonder when he did it. But yeah, with the changes like the one button macro, most moves sharing a global cooldown thing, they also tweaked tank threat to make it more impactful in combat, like what the tank's doing to maintain threat. Because it used to be you just, as the tank would tag something twice and then kite the rest of the instance to gather like the biggest, like obscenely impossible groups. And threat was a non-issue, but threat is so much of like what a tank's mechanics are an answer for. Like, it's like for a while they took that part of the game away from tanks, and now they brought it back. So now a tank has to pay more attention to what they're doing to hold threat. Otherwise, a squishy DPS start pulling aggro and very quickly get taken out. Ook, ook. I still have to remember, don't let me forget, at the end of this dungeon I gotta stick around to turn in them quests. Something in the adventure guide. I'll check it out after this dungeon. Even if we can just run through it all, I think we should still stay with the tank. Does Wind Shear still lower threat? Disrupts the target, concentrating wind burst, interrupting spellcasting, preventing spells. No, it doesn't reduce threat anymore. Wind Shear used to reduce threat. I love the music in this. I don't know if I can say that enough. So epic. Really good music.
What's it? What are they doing to our element?
Our elemental.
Hey, you! Those are our flying.
Oh, you can't stay still. So that's the boss we're gonna get to. The more you stay still, the more the brew affects you. So movement is the antidote to the poison that is alcohol.
First place!
Good job, sir. I'm trying to get first place too, but I'm in third place. Second place.
And you can even get that star.
Oh yeah, I get that once every 5 minutes. And then it has a 10-minute cooldown. It's called Heroism. Make sure I'm targeting what he targets. You don't want to stand in that. Get out of the carbonation. I need a target.
Yes, yes, yes.
Alright, stick around, stick around, stick around. Stick around after the boss. Stick around after the boss. Stick around after the boss. I gotta tell myself because I'll forget. Gotta move. Gotta keep moving. Can't stop, won't stop. Gotta keep moving. Got to keep on moving. Oh man, missed opportunity there. I think I'm gonna save my wolves. I'm gonna save them for the. I'm gonna save them for the boss. 2 minutes. Yeah, I'll save it for the boss. Oh, we ain't doing it that way, huh? All right, all good. Yeah, I know you want me to use my feral spirit, but I can't tell me when. Sorry. It's interesting how the secondary button bar there keeps moving for whenever I'm saving my my abilities. It's kind of cool. These guys have a shared health pool that they can, well, they can share health pools as they target and channel to each other. But when you're attacking one, it's just like attacking the others. I like to think of it as a shared health pool. Because they don't get any extra health, they just transfer their health. At least as far as I can tell.
Yes, yes. No, no, no.
Peppers! Peppers!
Have you done Vindictus video?
You did it?
Have you done a Vindictus video?
No, I haven't streamed Vindictus yet.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah? Alright, there's the boss. We don't need to hide for this one.
What is that thing? That doesn't matter. Nothing will stop now. Not when I'm so close. Maybe if I...
Alright, we gotta keep moving here. Only when we have the debuff though. Give me them storm strikes. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man. Elemental seal. We held it down there. That fight went kind of long. Somebody was slacking. I don't know. No, it seemed like we were all putting in our work. Yes, I didn't forget this time. What's her?
First place.
Oh, you got first place 3 times in a row? Nice. Way to go, sir. You're so good at that one. That's a ding. And turn in this one. 30%, 30%. So all's the same. Let's see which one looks cooler. I don't think I got the gold one. I'm going to go for that one. And then...
In the main store. Look, Scout. We all can't be here.
I gotta go. Alright, folks, with that, we're gonna go ahead and conclude today's episode of Elude Stalwart playing World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth. So until next time,
I got Star Cup! Whoa!
congratulations. See ya. Take it easy, guys and gals and others
And people.
and people.